Hello everyone. Welcome back to this channel. Today we're going to discuss the changes that have occurred to Danheng Pity's kit in the version 3 beta. From changes to the light cone to changes to his trace, talent, and Eidolon. And of course, this information comes from a credible source, namely HomDG-Cat. Alright, let's not waste any time and get right into it. First, let's discuss two new relics that received changes in the V3 beta. The first is the relic Self-Enshrouded Recluse. Its previous effect was plus 16% crit damage for wearers, and its 4-piece set would add another 16% crit damage. When an ally uses a skill point for the first time in a turn, it restores 1 skill point, 1x per battle, resets each wave. Only one SP restoration effect can exist in a team. Now the effect has been changed to increases shield effect by 10%, and its 4-piece set, shield effect provided by the wearer by 12%. Allies who receive a shield will gain 15% crit damage. Yes, this relic is now a relic for shielders, whereas previously it was suitable for archer teams. Then the second relic is World Remaking Deliverer. The change is very simple. Namely increases all allies' damage increased to 15% from previously only 8%. Next is Danheng Pity's signature light cone. This light cone received an additional effect, namely additionally restores HP equal to 10% to 20% of the wearer's attack to the ally character with the lowest HP. Okay, let's move on to the main discussion of this video. The first is the change to Danheng Pity's skill. The skill received a nerf, where the scaling of Danheng Pity's shield was reduced, becoming 20% from previously 30% of Danheng Pity's attack plus 320 from previously 400. Next is his ultimate. This ultimate received an adjustment, where the scaling of Danheng Pity's shield was reduced, becoming 10% from previously 30% of Danheng Pity's attack plus 160 from previously 400. However, a new effect was added, namely when Soul Dragon performs FUA and deals damage, there is an additional 1 instance of additional damage of the bondmate's type equal to 80% of the bondmate's attack to all enemies. Then Danheng Pity's talent. His talent also received a nerf, where the shield obtained when Soul Dragon takes action was reduced, becoming 10% from previously 15% of Danheng Pity's attack plus 160 from previously 200. Okay, so there's one important detail about the Soul Dragon mechanic. And this information comes from Shiroha, where when Soul Dragon takes action, it is no longer considered as an ally launching an attack. Apart from being unable to trigger the ally mechanism, it also cannot restore energy for Danheng. And this also makes Soul Dragon unable to implant weakness when Anaxa becomes its bondmate, whereas before the version 3 beta, this was possible. Then we move on to Danheng Pity's trace. For his second trace, it received a new effect. When the bondmate uses an attack, Danheng Pity regenerates 5 energy and advances Soul Dragon's action by 15%. Yes, this new effect is actually the old effect from his third trace. Then his third trace was changed to, when enhancing Soul Dragon's action, additionally deals 1 instance of additional damage of the corresponding type equal to 40% of bondmate's attack to the enemy with the highest current HP. Next, we move on to Danheng Pity's Eidolon. For his first Eidolon, it received a buff. The all-type respen gained by the bondmate increased to 18% from previously only 15%. His second Eidolon underwent a change. The amount of ultimate increase and action advance remains the same. However, the effect of the enhanced Soul Dragon changed, from previously increasing the damage multiplier by 80% of the bondmate's attack when the enhanced Soul Dragon takes action and additionally deals damage of the corresponding type equal to 80% of bondmate's attack to the enemy unit with the highest current HP. This effect has now changed to, when the enhanced Soul Dragon takes action, the additional damage dealt by the bondmate is 200% of the original damage, and the shield effect it provides in this instance is 200% of the original shield effect. For his fourth Eidolon, it was also changed. The previous effect would make the bondmate ignore 12% of the enemy target's def when dealing damage. Now the effect has been changed to reduces damage taken by bondmate by 20%. And for the last one is the 6th Eidolon. The 6th Eidolon received an additional effect, where when the bondmate deals damage, ignores 12% of the enemy target's def. Yes, the effect from his 4th Eidolon is now part of the 6th Eidolon. So, in essence, Danheng Pity received a significant nerf when looking at the reduced scaling of his shield. However, this can also be mitigated by his signature light cone, which received additional healing for the ally with the lowest HP. And from the change to his 3rd trace, it makes Danheng Pity contribute damage more frequently than before. Then you might consider pulling for Danheng Pity's signature light cone if you feel his shield is very thin and easily penetrated by enemies. Alright, that's all for now, everyone. What are your thoughts on the changes to Danheng Pity in this version 3 beta? Write your opinions in the comments section. And don't forget to share this information with your friends who also play Honkai Star Rail. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on other important updates. See you in the next update.